Welcome, everybody. We are live here in Huntington, West Virginia at the Mountain Health Arena. Once again, we got Huntington Expression Prep, and we got a team coming up from our neck of the woods, Coach. The Pikeville Panthers coming up to take on Coach Carey's group, Coach Elijah Justice versus Coach Carey. This one here, looking at the rosters, I know Pikeville's coming in a little under the weather, but this should be a decent game between these two, looking at the rosters.
Well, listen, Darryl McCoy, Pikeville, RPI says they're top 25 in the state. What about that, Darryl McCoy? And they're getting ready to face a Huntington Expressions Prep high school team that has been on a roller coaster ride all year long. Earlier in the year, they're coming down playing Martin County to the wire. They're knocking off different teams out of the 15th region. Well, guess what? They're getting Pikeville on their home floor here in Huntington. It should be a good one.
Yeah, and the other day, the one black eye is, they did lose to Tulsa the other night. So, that's something that we'll see. I didn't look at the roster, see if they got things figured out since. But, also, Huntington Expression Prep, if I'm not mistaken, they come down to Floyd Central on Thursday, I think.
Yeah, so the beat keeps beating along. Big wheels keep on turning. Darryl McCoy, you're right. And listen, Pikeville coming off a couple of huge wins, one of them being against Harlan County at home on that buzzer beater by Charlie Fitzer.
Yeah, that's going to right now. Pikeville coming in on a high. They're playing their best basketball of the year, and so I look forward to seeing what Pikeville team shows up. Of course, they started sprinkling in E.B. Walters, who got word right before on the way up here that E.B. Walters will be out due to the flu. So, you hate that for that young man, Coach, because right when it looked like he was taking a good turn, he gets hit with this. So, Pikeville, I don't know about Heath Darryl. I know you may know a little more than me, but is he back on the roster? Or?
Listen, my in-depth investigative reporting, Darryl McCoy, says that he played against Shelby Valley, minimal minutes, and he's ready to go tonight, and he's locked in. And that's that pivotal piece to Pikeville, because you can interchange him, Darryl, from the 1 and the 2, the 2 and the 1, anytime you need. Coach Elijah Justice, very important piece to that Pikeville roster.
Oh, yeah, they can't win the 15th region without Heath Darryl. It would be very hard. But, I just got to looking, Coach. Earlier today, we got word that the state pairings has come out, and we'll take a look at them real quick. As you sit there and look, the 14th region is paired up with the 15th region in boys action. Girls action, the 15th region will play the 5th region on Thursday. So when you sit there and look, 14th versus 15th region, one of our coverage area teams will have an opportunity to make it to the Elite Eight for the first time in a long time.
We know no matter what, you're going to get a mountain team in the Elite Eight this year. I know both regions are jumping for joy when they saw that pairing. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? The Rupp Arena will be absolutely bonkers when those two regions square off, because, it's also a rivalry between both regions. So that's exciting if you're a basketball fan here in the mountains, that the 14th and 15th going to square off right out of the gate at Rupp Arena.
Linda Spurlock says there's no sound. Check that now, Linda. We normally, just so you folks know, normally when we put the airing soon and then the sponsor graphic, we won't have sound behind them because they play music and we don't want kicked off. So, hopefully you guys can hear us now. Give us thumbs up if you guys can hear us. If not, we'll go off and we'll come back on and try to fix the issue. But Huntington Expression Prep, we've been here all year long covering the Kings and the Lions, Coach. This one here I had circled on the calendar from the second that we signed this exclusive deal with Huntington Expression Prep.
We talked about it all week long, that we were looking forward to coming down here and watching Pikeville compete against Huntington. And now it's here. And both teams, like you said, Pikeville may be a little under the weather, but they do get Heath Darryl back. And also they get the freshman back, Brody Little. Am I right?
Yeah,
or am I wrong?
Yeah, Brody Little is back now. So I don't know as far as on the varsity squad. If I'm sitting here looking, I don't see him out there.
I see him. He's warming up.
Do you see him out there?
Yeah, underneath the bucket, or right at the bucket.
Okay.
Got his back turned to us. But good to have Brody Little back there.
Yeah, really good to have him. In Pikeville, they've been injury riddled, throughout the season, and it's also good to see Will Rowe back healthy.
Yeah. Well, you're right. You got Will Rowe back, who's been plagued by that ACL tear from last year. But I talked to his dad a couple of weeks ago, and he says Will is 100% he believes. So that's good for Pikeville heading into postseason. Darryl, some teams are a week away from finishing up, like Prestonsburg. Next Tuesday is their last game. And Darryl, the 23rd will end it for everybody in the mountains. So we're about 9-10 days away from the conclusion of the regular season.
And I'm stoked for that. As you get to see us head into district and region play, should be a great postseason, in the mountains. As you look, we've added the 14th region, so now we got the 14th, 15th, 16th in our West Virginia schools. But, I couldn't be more happy with dealing with the folks down here in Huntington. As, when you got a big-time program like Huntington Expression Prep that's put so many players through to the NBA, you got to consider a blessing to be able to cover them.
Yeah, listen, from start to finish, Darryl, we've seen some of the best of the best.
Yeah, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Pikeville versus Huntington Prep.
Successful challenge by Steve Kerr and the Warriors. At all. One dribble powers it. Drive and kick the punch. Primo for three.
Play with a reload three. Think of it that way.
Yeah, I mean, they're pitching on your territory.
And we are back here, Coach, as you see the best of the best right now. I think they got 11 players currently active in the NBA coming from Huntington Expression Prep. So, it's a true blessing for us to be able to cover these guys night in, night out this season. Think Pastor Kevin, Stephanie, Pam, Arkell, and the crew there. They've been wonderful to us, Coach.
And just like with this high school team, they became household names. You're talking about Mr. Jackson Childers. You're talking about Cox. You're talking about Jace Coates. You're talking about Mel Sharp, Christian Brown, Darryl McCoy. Even this high school team has became they're recognized throughout the mountains now.
Yeah, and when you sit there and look, one kid that some of the mountain people may recognize is Mitchell Cox. Mitchell Cox, who come over from Fairview.
Yeah.
A couple of mountain teams has got to see him in the past. But make no mistake about it, with Pikeville, it ends and begins with the 6'9" Charlie Fitzer, who is averaging a double-double with around 7.5 blocks a game. Impressive for that young man.
Very impressive, and he's been coming up huge. Most recently, that Class A, the beginning of the Class A and on down, he has just turned it up another notch. So you've got a Division I type talent with Fitzer. You've got next-level players with Eli Johnson. Heath Gerald can flat-out stroke it. Darryl McCoy, it goes on and on. Ian Obst for Pikeville. A lot of people have said he's been the X factor recently.
Yeah, and Coach Sloan, as mentioned, Coach Sloan is a young one coming off the bench that has provided valuable minutes for Elijah Justice and the Panthers. I think they're going to do a prayer and the national anthem.
Tonight's game between Pikeville High School and Expression Prep.
By the way, guys, tonight's game is brought to you courtesy of Huntington Ale House, HD Media, Logan Bank and Trust, Bruce Walters Ford, and Citizens Bank of Kentucky.
Can you see by the
Coach, beautiful rendition of the national anthem. We don't have any flyover like the Super Bowl last night, but
or streakers.
Yeah, there we go. Well, you never know. We may have some of them.
We might.
Huntington can get wild every now and then.
Number 2, 6'1" senior, Eli.
Number 2, 6'1" senior, Eli Johnson.
I think he's more 6'2".
Yeah.
Number 13 is 6'1".
Number 13, 6'1" senior, Carter Hurley.
Number 22.
6'4", or 6 foot senior, Heath Darryl.
Number 25 is 6'1" senior, Josh.
Number 25, 6'1" senior, Josh Hughes. And rounding out the starting lineup will be 6'10" senior, Charlie Fitzer.
Darryl, is there
They're
another
head coached by Elijah Justice.
Is there another team in the 15th region that starts 5 seniors?
Number 0.
No, I didn't even recognize that.
At 6 foot, Mitchell.
Number 0, 6 foot Mitchell Cox.
Transfer from Fairview.
6 foot junior.
6 foot junior. Number 1, Jace Coates.
At forward, 6'3".
At forward,
Number 5,
6'3" junior. Number 5, Rashid Morrison.
In the middle, it's 6.
In the middle,
23, a junior, Jackson.
6'10", number 23, Jackson Childers.
And number 42 is
And rounding out the starting lineup will be number 42, Christian Brown. They are coached by Coach Carey.
Well, Darryl,
for tonight's game. Henry, Bacon, James.
Huntington Prep has called Morrison down to the high school team.
Yeah, they
And he can play.
he's a big-time player, so that's going to be a huge leg up for him here. Robert Wallace says, you always have a message when you use the phone for the national anthem every single time. They did get one during the message. So here we go, jump things off. Childers and Fitzer jumping things off in the middle.
Big time fan of Childers.
Yeah, number 42. Keep an eye on Chris Brown, too, Coach. He's a PTPer for him.
Yeah, can flat out score it.
Yeah. And it's up. It's going to be Jackson Childers coming away with the ball here. He's got Fitzer on him here. And this is right here could give Fitzer some problems because Jackson Childers is very mobile for his size, Coach.
Inside and out, right, Darryl?
Yeah, he can stretch the floor and knock down that trifecta.
Eli Johnson looking to attack.
Yeah. Johnson swings it out to Darryl.
Eli Johnson has multiple college offers on the table.
Yeah, he's
Nice
there you go.
Oh!
5 slamma jamma. They're getting off the track on the right foot here, Coach.
Yeah, they are.
on the feet from Josh.
Yeah, I thought Fitzer was going to be a little short on that, but
Yeah, somehow was able to.
he stretched it out. Got the slam. No,
That's
just Coach, yeah. To Childers.
He'll bury it.
Yeah, he misses that one. Rebound.
Going to stay Huntington Prep ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a little, looks like we're going to go stack. No. Box set.
Yeah. Let's see, they get it over to Childers. Out to Coates. Back to Brown. Brown looking down low for Childers. You can tell what they're wanting to go to, Coach. And if you watch the scouting report, you know, it's hard to say going down low is the best option for Pikeville.
Nice shot fake.
But they feel confident in their big fella there. As you've seen, he's going to the line right there.
Jackson Childers, before it's all said and done, you better believe he's going to have Division I offers on the table.
Let's put up the HD Media scoreboard.
There it is, ladies
there we
and
go.
gentlemen.
Score brought to you courtesy of our friends at Herald Dispatch,
Childers.
HD Media.
Childers gets the first one to drop.
Jimmy Johnson says they're good but not great. They've lost to Painesville, Martin County, and Betsy Lane all by 6 points or less in 3 games.
And we're talking about Huntington Prep.
Yeah, and of course that's without Rashid Morrison on the squad, who they have added. So, you know, I can promise you this team right here can beat any team in our coverage area on any given night.
Hurley.
Nice job. You know, they're that good, Coach. It's just will they come out and play the game they can.
Right.
Cox kicks up court to Childers. Childers looking to take Fitzer baseline. Spins. Good defense by Fitzer. Out to Brown. Brown. Step back. Left that one way short.
You know, he's one of those guys, if you call a pure scorer, he finds ways to put the ball in the hole.
He does. He's very impressed with him. And, you know, Coach, tonight's game was supposed to be a triple header.
Yeah.
With the national team and the post-grad team. We really hate. Next Tuesday's the last time that we'll have that option to have all three playing.
Nice set by Pikeville.
Now kick it over. Hurley down to Fitzer.
Using his body.
Nice job.
And that's what you want to see out of Fitzer.
Couldn't convert, though. Coates, they got numbers if they push here. Coates, nice job. Gets over to Childers. Childers uses the glass. No good.
Back on the go here. Johnson up to Darryl. Nice look.
There you go. Nice. Good job cutting to the basket by Hughes.
Darryl is the assist.
Now all of a sudden, Pikeville jumps out to a 4-point lead, 6-2. Kicks it back out. Childers for three. Sinks it. Jackson Childers.
Childers for three.
You know, the one area I was concerned with Pikeville, if in Huntington Prep, let's see if they expose it, is in that transition game, Darryl.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like Huntington maybe can get some easy ones on Pikeville. Nice pull up.
Good job by Darryl. Can't convert. Fitzer.
Big fella.
Left-hand layup, no good. Cox comes away with the rebound. Here comes Cox. He's going to back it out, see what they got. No, Childers, ball fake. Nice job. Ooh, Childers misses the finger roll, goes right back up. And
convert there.
No, you got it. If you're going to beat a team like Pikeville, you better make them layups, Coach.
Absolutely. Back on the go. Coates. Going to get a foul on Hurley.
Yeah.
And both teams, it's a 6 o'clock tip, right, Darryl?
Yeah, 6 o'clock tip, so, you know, they're not used to doing that. Could come out. Well, Huntington Expression Prep's used to it because that's their normal time set.
That's true.
You know, this Pikeville team definitely used to the prime time 7:30, so see if they're come out a little flat.
Childers, there's that volleyball spike.
Three-pointer, no good.
Morrison.
Oh, Fitzer.
It's his first block.
Wiped that one away. Coach coming in the last probably 10 games, Fitzer averaging 7 blocks a game.
Ian Ox checking in. Going to get Eli Johnson.
Ox, long, athletic.
Ox came up big in the Class A tournament.
Yeah, he did. He's long, athletic, versatile. You know, can do anything you need him to on the floor. Nice job. Cox goes in, just misses that one, easy one.
Hurley.
Yeah. Hurley swings over to Fitzer. Fitzer kicks out, back around the horn.
Ball reversal. Should be something open. Yeah, if Ox could have ripped and went, he would have had a wide open layup.
Quick hands there by Chris Brown. Guys, you're watching the D&D Sports Network coverage of Huntington Expression Prep versus the Pikeville Panthers here at the Mountain Health Arena in Huntington, West Virginia. There you go, second man through. Nice job. He missed the easy one.
A lot of easy ones, right?
Yeah, a lot of layups being blown here in this one there. And if there's one guy that don't miss a lot of layups, it's Chris Brown.
Chris Brown's ready to go up and get his first. Nice job by Pikeville to recover.
Scotty Dingus watching from South Winston, Coach. We know who he's cheering for.
Yeah, the Pirates.
Yeah, they're Belfry Pirates. Opal Eversole says, let's go Panthers. Trish McNeil says, number 42, let's go.
Morrison tracks his own rebound down.
Gets over to Coates. Ooh, Coates may should have went with that, Coach.
Yeah, a little shake and bake to Childers.
Sinks it! Jackson Childers. Second three, and we talked about it, Coach, before the game. You know, that could be a huge matchup problem for Pikeville. Don't know if Fitzer wants to come out and guard him or not, because if he does come out and guard him, Childers just going to blow by him. I mean, he's that versatile of a forward.
Well, we've seen that twice already in the game.
Yeah.
Nice job by Hurley.
Great job. And, you know, Fitzer, Coach, you know, I've over these past couple weeks, you know, I'm more and more considering Fitzer maybe as my vote for the 15th Region Player of the Year. You know, when you see the dominance that he's had, his resume, and the main thing, they're winning at a high level.
He's right. He's got to be a contender and a finalist.
Yeah, I think him, Rigdon, and Barnett are your three. Nice job. Kicks. And then Luke Hill will have that outside opportunity. Whitey Little says, let's go Panthers. I figure Whitey Little would be down here.
We're getting Cole Sloan checking in, speaking of a freshman.
How about that? Cole Sloan getting big minutes early.
Cole Sloan's had scored 16 points in a win the other night. I believe it's career high. There it is.
Brown.
Stepped on the sideline going the other way. Pikeville ball. And we've got Cole Sloan and Ian Onks both in the game for Pikeville. Cole Sloan's number 10, Ian Onks number 5. And what about that? Ian Onks bringing the ball up the floor. Do a little bit of everything.
Well, he has the ability to do that. Let's see what they called.
Stoppage and play here.
Making Fitzer tuck his jersey in, I think. You know I'm big on that, Coach.
Yeah, you said tuck them jerseys in.
I tell you, I guarantee my guy E.B. Walters is tuning in, and E.B. can tell you don't take the floor from me if you ain't got that jersey tucked in.
Tuck it in.
Yeah, I've told the best of the best. You know, we had starters that seemed like they didn't want it, so guess what? They didn't start that night.
Oh, yeah. Carter Hurley.
Yeah.
Committed, I believe he's committed to EKU. Correct me if I'm wrong with track.
Oh, wow, Fitzer!
Got it.
Nice backside lob there. They've run that play twice, Coach.
Yeah.
The assistant, Josh Hughes.
I'd keep running until they learn to guard it, wouldn't you? Nice job.
That's Morrison.
Rasheed Morrison, Coach, taking the contact and with the finish.
Count the basket.
Ties it up
Rasheed
here.
Wallace, fouls on number 37.
10-10, 3:08 to play in the first quarter. Morrison, again, we just mentioned he has been called down from the post-grad team, not the national team, post-grad team.
That's big time.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Morrison finishes off with 3-point play.
You come, Carter. Does it Hurley with the ball. Swings it over. Sloan having trouble holding on to it. Back to Hurley. Gets it to Sloan again. Sloan dumps it down to Fitzer. Fitzer with the rebound. He's going right back up with it. Off the glass, no good. Rebound. Coach, when you get Fitzer able to miss them layups, you better not give them second and third chance opportunities.
You're right. That's Fitzer's missed 4 of those early on. Got to take advantage, right?
Yeah, very rare for Fitzer. Nice job. Reverse layup, no good there by Hughes.
I'm telling you, Pikeville's still getting their legs under them.
And I still think that 6 o'clock tip may have a lot to do with it.
You're right. I agree with you.
Cox off the mark. Childers will step out of bounds.
It's a 1-point lead for Huntington Expression Prep high school team.
Coach, EB says Hurley is going to Moorhead, not EKU.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah.
Moorhead, one of the very best track cross-country runners that's came down the pike in a long, long time in the mountains.
Stacy Wayne Shannon says Rasheed, he's a freshman, not a postgrad. Yeah, he's a freshman.
I'm sorry.
But
he was playing up, though, is what I meant.
He was playing up on the national team, Coach, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was on the national team and come down.
Sloan.
Nice job.
Onks.
Yeah. Onks goes to the other side. Good lay in.
Ian Onks.
And Coach, that might be who you need to put on Childers.
Yeah.
There's Childers, misses the foul line jumper. Rebound up and good. How about Mitchell Cox going in?
Mitchell Cox getting him a bucket. We got fans all excited.
The pride of Westchester.
Yes, sir. Fairview product.
Yep. Swings it over.
Hurley.
Yeah.
Darryl, Expression Prep in his zone.
There, fadeaway, no good. And
watch out. He going downhill.
This is where he's dangerous right here, Coach. See? Now, he missed the layup, yeah. But he can get to the rack there. And, right now, if I am Huntington Expression Prep, I am going to capitalize with Fitzer on the bench.
Darryl McCoy, we've got Braden Bolden checking in, number 3.
Yeah, Braden Bolden, Coach. If you've never watched this young man, Coach, he was the runner-up to Player of the Year as a sophomore, correct? Behind Keene and
yes, you're right.
Spriggs.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and Dorton product. And, Coach, he's out there to do one thing, and that's defend. Well, a couple things, defend and distribute. He's a very high IQ guard.
Braden Bolden, part of that 2026 class, as you mentioned.
Nice job.
Shot fake. Nice.
Yeah. Goes baseline, throws up. A prayer. Bowden coming in, scoring right away, Coach. He says, I'm not just defense and distribute. I can knock it down, too. There, Childers saved it. It's going to stay with Expression Prep.
Well, I was in the building. I don't think you was there, but me and Thomas Rainey called the Dorton Mullins game a couple years ago, and he dropped 27.
Yeah, he has the ability to do that. We've not, at the high school level, he's not had to do that, but he definitely has the ability to score, Coach.
Nice look.
Nice. Right there, you got to be ready for that, Coach.
Gotta go up.
Yeah. There he goes. Good job getting it anyways. Good job by Rasheed Morrison.
Morrison, just a freshman. I didn't realize that. Man, oh, man, Darryl.
Yeah, just a freshman. And that national team has a boatload of Division I products on it. And, he's going to be one hopefully coming back next year and going to be a big piece to what Coach Arkell does.
Eli Johnson sidesteps on.
Nice job. Johnson misses, though.
He said, what about a foul?
That's going to be at the end of one. Huntington Expression Prep, 15. Pikeville, 14. We'll be right back with more action on the D&D Sports Network.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonl.com. We look forward to seeing you.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Howard Family Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service and convenient drive-thrus at both locations.
And we are back here at the Mountain Health Arena. Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy on the call. Tonight's broadcast brought to you courtesy of Bruce Walters Ford, Huntington Ale House, HD Media, and our friends at Logan Bank and Trust.
We got Tim Bolden in the building, Darryl.
Yeah, Tim Bolden.
One of our good friends.
Yeah, good to see him and his family in the house. Coaches, we seen Whitey Little tuning in. He's a good friend of ours, and I guarantee he didn't make the trip because he didn't have a driver because his wife falls asleep a lot. Her name's Betty. Yeah, she goes to sleep awful lot. Whitey, is that why you didn't make it up here? Coach, they're coming back out 1 point advantage, and they're keeping Bowden in the game here.
It's zoned by Prep, 2-3.
Yeah.
We get a foul on Cox.
And, Coach, I figured that Bowden would be a kid that Elijah Justice likes a lot, because just knowing his style of play, the way, the players he likes. I mean, Braden Bowden's cut from that cloth.
You've kind of penciled him in for about 2 years now as one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Can't convert. Eli Johnson.
Morrison rips down the rebound, kicks out to Coates. Here comes Coates over to Cox. Cox fires the three. Off the mark.
Well, another way, Ongst. He can handle it and attack.
Ongst kicks over to Bowden. Bowden backs it back out. Over to Ongst. Now Bowden has the longer Morrison on him. Stripped away by Morrison. Good active hands there.
It was.
By Morrison. He kicks over to Coates.
Coates more of a driver than a long ball guy.
Yeah, Coach, that's one thing we've not seen him really take advantage of that tonight.
Yeah, usually he attacks.
Yeah, there. Down low and
saves it off a Pikeville player.
Coach, I still don't understand. Ever since Fitzers went out, Childers hasn't touched the ball once.
Yeah, isn't that right? You would think, okay, now it's matchup time, but there you go. Ian Ongst now on Childers.
Yeah, I'm going to that matchup every time down the floor. Nice job by Coates. Childers tip in, no good. Here comes the Panthers, kicks it up to Johnson. Johnson, good job back there. Good defense, but wasn't able to. Nobody come to help him.
Who was that with the bucket, Darryl?
Well, I'm trying to look.
Belcher. Kate Belcher.
There he goes. Belcher gets blocked there.
Nice fight for it.
No, who's that? Tayshawn Childers. He's the new piece.
Okay, Tayshawn's the new piece.
Yeah. He's the new piece, and of course they brought Rasheed down, so those are the two new pieces to the squad.
Again, there's that length of Ongst.
Yeah.
And we got Fitzer and Heath Gerald checking back in for Pikeville. 5:53 to play in the second quarter. And Huntington leading Pikeville by 1, 17-16.
And again, Coach, if you're Huntington Expression Prep, you got to be kicking yourself in the rear knowing that you missed an opportunity with Fitzer on the bench.
I like what Coach Elijah Justice has done here. Ops is now matched up with Childers. That's a nice matchup.
Swing it back out.
Yeah, looking to drive. Thought he had a mismatch on Bolden. Bolden said, no, sir.
Matt Hager says, you guys covering Mount Mission and Pike Central tonight. No, sir, we will not be there, Matt. Unfortunately not. I think we got Pike Central tomorrow or Thursday.
Braden Bolden now at the PG. Looking to swing. Eli Johnson on the wing, along with Onks. Offensive foul. That's 2 on Braden Bolden, Darryl McCoy.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think Elijah Justice. How long will you leave him out there?
They credited. They said it was Josh Hughes.
Oh,
they got it wrong, didn't they, Darryl?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm sure the bookkeeper probably got it right though.
Hughes matched up with Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Christian Brown, I'm sorry.
Brown.
Yeah.
Nice take. Brown kicks it over. Off the mark.
Wide open layup here.
Yeah. And here comes Hughes. Good job, Rasheed Morrison, trying to chase it down right now, Coach. And
Pikeville now with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, you got to be careful. And right there, Morrison got to go right at that, Coach.
Can't convert.
Yeah, he had an open layup, but I think the length of Fitzer scared him. And yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's a tough one. That's what Eli Johnson.
Yeah.
He's like,
he said where?
Where's it at?
Nevertheless, going the other way back to Huntington.
Mitch Cox returning the lineup for the line.
Now let's see here if the lines can capitalize.
Carter Hurley getting ready to check in for Pikeville.
Brown. He's working out there. Swings over to Morrison. He's off the mark, and they're going to get a push in the back on Hughes.
Foul on the floor.
And if that first one was on Hughes, that could be big.
Yeah.
If they assessed it to him.
25, Josh Hughes, his second.
Coach, tonight's game, second quarter, is sponsored by Huntington Ale House. Coach, there's not a better place to eat in Huntington, West Virginia.
Oh, absolutely not. Try the grilled chicken.
There you go. Make sure you guys on the way home, guys, stop down there. Tell them D&D Sports sent you. Childers.
Pull up.
Yeah. Got the roll, Coach.
Love this kid's game. My kind of guy.
Here comes Hurley.
2-3 zone by Huntington Expressions Prep. HEP.
Yeah, you got to watch, Coach. As sometimes Pikeville, they're just hit and miss on their shooting. Sometimes they'll be a lights out shooting team, and then sometimes the outside ball don't fall for them. So they'll either make them pay here, or it'll be a smart decision.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Hurley to inbound.
Good job sealing off. And that right there set up by Fitzer. Coach, although he didn't set the screen, but what went unnoticed is how he sealed off his defender from being able to contend the shot.
Morrison. Step back. Well, looked like a nice look.
Right there,
got to hang on to it.
Yeah, Brown's got to be ready for that, Coach. And Brown's been off his game a little bit here tonight.
Not playing like the Brown we've seen.
No, normally he gets downhill and he gets to the bucket with ease, but he's not. And I don't know. I'm sure it would mess with me seeing Big Charlie Fitzer down there too, but that may have something to do with why he's not attacking like he normally does.
Hurley.
And kick it out.
Trying to find, Johnson short on it.
Left that one short. Kicks over to Cox.
There's Ian Ox with another steal.
Right there, picked up his dribble.
Does a little bit of everything for Pikeville.
Back to Ox. Nice job. Beautiful finish.
Darryl McCoy.
Beautiful finish by the super sophomore.
Versatility.
Swings it out. Morrison sinks it. Big three-point bucket. Ties it back up, Coach. 22 all. Gets it down to Fitzer. Fitzer couldn't hang on to it, Coach.
Rim running. Well, not necessarily rim running, but got down the floor.
Well, he was looking to dunk it.
Like you hope a big can do, and just couldn't hang on to it.
He was looking at the rim, thought he had a dunk, and just didn't haul it in.
Cox back in the game for HEP. He is 0, Mitchell Cox.
Coach, and I could see this. They said Brown is a little sick, so that explains why he's a step behind.
Couldn't convert on that doopsie-doo layup.
Now kick it up court to Hurley again.
On the go, you got Morrison on the backside. Cat Coates. Match up with Hurley. Looking to attack. Cox.
No. Nice job.
Got to walk.
Yeah.
A little bit too much with the handles, right, Darryl?
Got a little too briggity for his britches there.
Yeah, Cole Sloan checking in for Eli Johnson. Cole Sloan, part of that super sensational 2027 class.
Yeah, loaded class all across our coverage area. Well, they'll swing over here. Oxt. Ooh, he had wide open under the bucket there, Coach.
Yeah.
Cole Sloan was wide open, and they missed him twice.
Cole Sloan, not typical, but that prototypical small forward, right, Darryl?
Yeah.
In the 15th region, built.
Yeah, he's him and Oxt, is what you normally expect out of a small forward. Now swing it over, Oxt. Kicks it. No.
His dad went to Prestonsburg, Cole Sloan's dad, part of that region championship team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oxt, again, Coach Oxt has been the most consistent piece for the Panthers here today.
8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals.
Yeah, huge stat line so far for Oxt.
There's our guy, Christian Brown. He's wanting to take Hughes off the bounce.
Kicks it out. Drive. He's got a man on the corner here.
On the go here. He could have had numbers if they elected.
Gonna look to push out. Here comes Oxt. Oxt kicks it over. Dumps it back down, Coach.
Nice.
Swing it out.
Nice ball movement.
Oxt misses that one. Rare miss for him today. And Brown. Ooh. There you go. Brown got the lay-in. Cameraman got lost there for a second.
Gets his first 2. We're tied up, Darryl.
Tied up 24 all with a minute to go. And Coach, if you're prep, you got to be happy where you're at right now.
The one thing I want to credit Pikeville on, and it's something I've noticed a little bit before the Class A tournament, Darryl, they defend so well, not necessarily on the ball, but off the ball on the wings. They do a tremendous job guarding.
They do, and I tell you, the kid that really impressed me with his defensive ability was Hughes.
Yes, I agree.
Hughes done a tremendous job in All A.
Yes.
Now kick it out. Oxt kicks it over. Sloan sinks it. Sloan.
No, that's
Sloan,
Belcher.
Is that Belcher? Oh.
Cade Belcher with the 3-ball.
How about that? There he comes with the steal. He's going to kick it out. There's lay-in good by Hurley.
Hurley now has 6. Now it's a 5-point lead.
They're looking for help. Good defense right there.
Timeout, 30-second timeout.
Yeah, quick timeout. We'll stay here during this one.
30-second timeout.
Coach, real quick, if you folks are in the Huntington area, Pikeville folks coming up, when you leave here, Coach, 2 blocks away, go to Huntington Ale House. I promise you there's not a better steakhouse in Huntington, West Virginia. And the thing is, Coach, it's not outrageous either. You'd think a place like that would you'd have to take a loan at to eat at. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. They're the #1 macaroni and cheese state in the state of West Virginia. For all your burgers and brew business, make sure you go there. Tell them D&D Sports sent you.
Darryl, listen. The cheesy potatoes.
They're on point, ain't they?
Yeah, the macaroni and cheese. The ribeye. You like the ribeye.
I like the ribeye. That's my go-to, Coach, every time. And as you mentioned, they got outstanding chicken there, too. Tyrell Leno. There's our guy, Leno. Yes. Yeah, he says, what quarter is it? It's second quarter, Tyrell. Kevin Stepp says Pikeville was 16 in KSR's ranking last week.
Yes.
Kevin Stepp says Oxt is playing as good as anyone right now. He has a great game last week against Harlan. And, that Harlan County game, he come up huge in that one.
And Darryl lives and dies by that KSR ranking.
I've seen a few things that they're wrong with.
Okay.
But as you sit in there and look, well, one thing I don't like is, they're just now starting where they put any teams east of Lexington in it.
That's true.
And
going to get a foul on the floor.
The other thing I seen a while ago, Coach, is Troy Howe put out his predictions, and Lawrence County and Pikeville is the two coming out of the 15th region. He's got them playing for the championship.
A lot of bulletin board material.
Yeah. So I think it was Breathitt and Hazard in the 14th.
No, they didn't have Breathitt.
Didn't they?
No, they did not. I can't remember who the other team was. I was like, wow.
Had to be not then.
Yeah.
Swings it over. Rasheed Morrison. Off the mark.
Bolden just checks in, grabs him a rebound.
Oh, long three at the buzzer. And it's going to be Pikeville going into the locker room, Coach, with a 29-24 lead over Huntington Expressions Prep. Coach Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy will be right back in just a second for the HD Media halftime show.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. Get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're injured in a car wreck, don't delay. Give me a call today, Justin Markham. Here at Markham Law Office, we will fight for you. Don't settle for a handshake and a small check from the insurance companies. Give us a call. Don't take on the big insurance companies alone. We will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Here at Markham Law Office, you're more than a client. You're family, and we take care of family. Give me a call, Justin Markham, attorney at law.
Welcome back here to the Mountain Health Arena. Huntington Expression Prep versus the Pikeville Panthers. Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy on the call right now. The Panthers sitting on a 4-point lead at the end of the half, Coach. It stayed a one-possession ball game up until them final seconds there.
It was back and forth we go. It started out a little sluggish by both sides. Pikeville, maybe, they had school today, had to travel all the way down to Huntington and had an earlier tip than usual. But Pikeville turned it on late behind Ian Onst. And Mr. Carter Hurley. Onst has 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Carter Hurley has 6 points. Josh Hughes has 4. Fitzer has 4. Cade Belcher came in providing 5 points. Braden Bolden with 2 points. Over on Huntington Prep side, Mitchell Cox with 2. Rasheed Morrison with 8. Jackson Childers with 10. Tayshawn Sheldon with 2. Christian Brown with 2. It's been a really even matchup to the very end.
Yeah, been really even matchup here as Coach, they did not look to exploit the mismatch they had when Fisher was going to the bench. So, that's one thing that I think it was a missed opportunity for them. And, when he come back on, they just never could get back on top. But, right now, Jackson Childers has been the most consistent piece of their offense, Coach, and that they've got to find a way to get some scoring out of. Morrison's done a good job, but they got to get him a little more involved here in this second half, as well as Chris Brown. I know he's under the weather, but he's going to have to step up and give them a big half if they're going to knock a team like Pikeville off.
Well, you're right, and I agree. And I think also, listen, the game of basketball, it's about 1, 2, 3 possessions at a time that change the direction and course of a game. And those type of missed opportunities a lot of times will come back and bite you in the rear end at the end of a game. And Jackson Childers, probably the biggest mismatch on the floor if you're Pikeville. They did a good job, Angst, matching up with him later in that second quarter. However, if I'm HEP, I'm going back to Childers to start that third quarter because, listen, he can knock it down. He can dribble. He can get it off the bounce. He can post you up. He can do a lot of good things from up top. And you want to try to get that young man going. If you're Pikeville, listen, you're doing exactly what you should do on the half court because HEP sitting in that zone, trying to make you work, ball reversal, ball reversal, ball reversals. You're looking for wide open 3-ball shooters such as Eli Johnson, Heath Darryl. Heath Darryl can get going in a heartbeat. And if not, if that defense breaks down on the backside, guess what? Yeah, you've got Mr. Charlie Fitzer on the backside that you can go to out of that zone. Pretty good plate second quarter by both teams. Like I said, the first quarter, a little herky-jerky, a little discombobulation, as I like to say. But nevertheless, it's 29-24. Pikeville with a 5-point lead, converting on multiple turnovers late in the game to get that 5-point lead. We're about 4 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Yeah, that's the D&D Sports Network. I'm Coach Kevin Keathley. I got the Big Dipper with me, 2.0, Darryl McCoy. He's here. We're locked in. We're dialed in. Huntington, West Virginia. Yeah, the only place to be tonight. And we've got several Pikeville fans that have made the trip down to watch their Pikeville Panthers. And they're watching a good one right now against a very solid Huntington Expressions Prep high school team. We've got you covered all week long, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, there are 7 games on the D&D Sports Network. And Prestonsburg, Leslie County. Oh, man. You talk about a matchup at the Fieldhouse. You're talking about 2 of the very best coaches the Mountains have to offer. You're talking about Chase Parsley in his second year. You're talking about John Noble, former AMW tag team champion. As good as it gets over in the 14th region. We'll be covering that game as well as 6 other games. And that's what Darryl McCoy tuned me into. He said, Coach Keathley, there very well could be 7 games carried on the D&D Sports Network tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the plan, and it's all because of our wonderful sponsors. Coach, with this tax time coming up, that's when people start balling. You got them, I forgot what they call them, but, tax time ballers. If you're looking to buy a vehicle, there's only one place to go, and that's Bruce Walters Ford in Pikeville, Kentucky. Right now, Coach, they got a ton of great deals on new, used, and pre-owned vehicles.
You better believe it. Darryl McCoy, Valentine's Day, you're going to find out if you're the main squeeze or the second option, Darryl McCoy.
That's it.
And you're going to find out real quick. I know Darryl McCoy's got some big plans.
Yeah, I got big plans. Listen, Valentine's Day, not only Valentine's Day for me, it's my anniversary. So, I may make the trip back up to Huntington Ale House.
Yeah. Perfect place for a nice evening out with the one you love.
Yeah, I may go to Bruce Waters Ford, get a vehicle, and then I'll come back up 23, stop by Alan Baldwin Manor Chiropractics, and get worked on. Then swing by Citizens Bank there, get some cash out, come take my old lady to Huntington Ale House, and if things get a little boring, I can read a Herald Dispatch newspaper.
Right. Hey, perfect day.
There we go.
Darryl McCoy.
With all our sponsors included.
Yes.
So
you're under a minute, Darryl McCoy, for the start of the third quarter, and it's been a back-and-forth affair.
Yeah, back-and-forth affair again. We are your exclusive network for Huntington Expression Prep basketball. So, Coach, it's good to see this high school team clicking again. Right now it seems like they got a new mix. They just got to figure out, a primary scoring option of this because, they hustle and the effort's there.
The effort is there, and sometimes early in the year, Darryl, we saw that out of the HEP squad. Especially late in quarters. Yeah. I don't know if it was conditioning or whatever the case may be. They seemed the competitive spirit wasn't as noticeable as what it is early in quarters. So you saw a more competitive team from start to finish tonight, or at least in the first half.
I'm excited to see here how they respond out of the locker room. Let's see if Coach Carey found something that, he liked in the Pikeville defense, see if he found something that he can exploit. And then if you're Pikeville, Pikeville never did really get going. And like I said, it was almost like they looked flat.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I talked about that while you were taking care of the technicalities of the production. But I mentioned it looked like maybe school, the travel, the early tip, the other legs were still not there with them, but they got it going in the second quarter, and it was a much better played second quarter by both teams.
Yeah, much better played second quarter. Seemed like they got, and just to prove our point, go look at the missed layups. Yeah. In this game, that's the thing that's really stood out to me.
Yeah, and we're getting ready to get this thing going. Darryl McCoy, 29-24. Pikeville with the lead. Pikeville, as they mentioned, number 16 in the KSR rankings.
Yeah, number 16 in the KSR rankings. So.
And where are they at on the D&D rankings?
Pikeville are they fourth? Is that what there was? I think there was fourth. I think it was Ashland or Boyd County, Hazard. No, third.
Yeah, third. They were third.
So they was third.
Number 3 ranked team in the D&D Sports Network coverage area. Number 16 by KSR in the state. And I believe top 25 in the state in RPI. So HEP has to be really happy where they're at right now going in the third quarter against a really good Pikeville team.
Here we go. We're getting to start this second half. Guys, let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for in the comment section below. Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy on the call. Second half action brought to you courtesy of Bruce Waters Ford.
It's matched up with Hurley. Pikeville in a man-to-man here.
Screen out top by Childers. Look, see if they looking for that screen and row. Right there, they got open man in Brown. Nice bucket by Brown.
They gambled on that one, Darryl. They brought Fitzer down to help on drives, and they got burned on that one.
Oh, here comes Darryl. He's going to swing it over to Johnson, wide open. There.
Darryl, shot fake. Hurley.
Yeah.
Nice look to Hughes. Hughes with a conversion. Give Josh Hughes 6 points. Coates with the basketball. Pikeville. Little zone action here. 131.
Jimmy Johnson says Pikeville missed at least 5 to 6 layups. I agree with you.
Morrison. Cox. They say jump ball. Should be Pikeville ball, and it is. Going the other way. 31-27. Pikeville with the lead.
As I'm going to go hit that share button real quick myself. Hit that like and share button as we are here at the second half right now. 31-27. The lead sets at 4 for the Pikeville Panthers over the Huntington Expression Prep Lions.
Being very patient. with the basketball. Pikeville. HEP in that zone.
Nice job. Johnson for 3. Can't leave him that open, Coach. He missed it, though.
Couldn't convert on that one.
Yeah.
Coach on the go. Nice little crossover.
Brown.
Yeah, he shuffled his feet. He did a little jig before he took off.
Nah, I thought that was a good call there.
Yeah, it was.
Judy Gifford, Corbin Walters Gifford says is watching. EB's Nana.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, you be proud of yourself because you got one heck of a grandson. As you, Coach, you know I'm one of EB's biggest fans.
His biggest outside of his parents.
Yeah. They kick it over to Johnson. There's Hughes. Hughes swings it over to the corner. 3-point bucket, good. Carter Hurley.
Carter Hurley has 9, Darryl.
Put it right in Jackson Childers' eye there.
7-point lead for Pikeville.
Childers has the smaller Johnson on him out to Cox. Cox again off the mark.
Cox long on that one. He's been quiet tonight. Cox known as a scorer during his days at Fairview. Heath Darryl coming back from that ankle injury. Over to Hurley. Hurley going to use that screen. Over to Darryl. Nice ball movement. A little bit too much on that one. Hughes back to Eli Johnson. Again, can't hang on to it.
There's Darryl, kicks it right to the middle. Johnson
got it to go.
Found the sweet spot.
Eli's first 2 of the game.
Paul Napier says, thank you guys for tuning in. Said he's watching from Batavia, Ohio. And Tim Cockendorfer says, let's go Charlie Fitzer. We need more dunks. So we'll take a quick break with them. We'll be right back. More action here on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
This is Bruce Walters from Bruce Walters Kia. By now you know Kia is a great vehicle, and you know they come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So why should you buy from Bruce Walters Kia? At Bruce Walters Kia, we're going to change your oil for free for life. And what you do with that money you save is up to you. Come check out the 2022 Kia Carnival and the 2021 Kia Sorento. Only at Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville. Or shop us online at brucewalterskia.com.
Back here at the Mountain Health Arena, Kevin Keathley, Darryl McCoy on the call. You're watching the third quarter, sponsored by Bruce Walters Ford. Right now, Pikeville stretch this thing out, Coach, to their largest lead of the game, up 9 on the Huntington Expression Prep lines. They got to figure out a way here, to get some offense going, and that's been the thing that stood out to me. They're, not running much offense. It's kind of like it's a one-on-one ball, and they got to get that ball moving and get some open shooters.
Well, this zone is has really confused them. Look, they just kind of catching and shooting.
Yeah, Childers.
They don't know where the attack point is on it.
And there's Gerald. Gerald takes the bump on Brown. He'll swing it over. Hughes back to Gerald. Gerald, nice drive. He's going to kick it out.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah, it's going to stay with the Panthers here.
Gerald kind of turned that ankle a little bit. Got 2 braces on. Gerald is a key component to this Pikeville team.
Yeah, 3-point sniper, Coach, as you always say, the Steve Kerr of the 15th region.
Yeah. Nice. Out of bounds.
Good defense there. Childers with the block.
And again, it's 9-point lead, but as you mentioned, Darryl, HEP just can't get anything going offensively. This zone has really bothered them, and Pikeville starting to kind of open things up.
Yeah, right now you need a stop right here. You can't let this get to double digits. They'll swing it out to Gerald. Gerald over to Fitzer. Fitzer. He's going to hand it off to Hurley. Back to Gerald for 3.
Got it.
Sinks it.
Cash money.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I would have Christian Brown on Heath Darryl.
No.
Not that Christian Brown can't guard, but that's not the type of guy he wants to be matched up with.
No, and you'll see, Fitzer rejects the pass there.
Yeah.
He says, ain't nothing coming past me. Pass, shot, it don't matter. Coates.
Looking. Darryl just, it's bothering them.
And you see, this is where as soon as you get it, that back side down there, you got to keep an eye on that. Get it to that high post there and then look for the dump down.
Well, listen, that's where you want to attack is on those wings, but they're not.
There's Brown.
Well, that you can't. Got to get back. Got to compete.
Yeah. They'll swing it out to Hughes. Hughes kicks it ahead. 3-point bucket, no good.
Hurley on the deck.
Yeah.
There it is.
Back.
You go ahead and count that one.
No. It's off the mark. And put back good by Hurley. Tell you, Carter Hurley has 11, Coach.
Of course, Christian Brown is battling a little under the weather, right?
That's the issue right now. And you can tell, Coach, he's a step slower tonight.
Yeah.
And, we seen it in the warm-up. We was talking about it. Something looked off with him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets healthy soon. There's Cox. Back iron, no good.
Playing right into Pikeville's hands.
Rasheed Morrison with a beautiful take. Just out of the outstretched fingertips of Charlie Fitzer.
They want those one-shot three balls, Darryl, from HEP, and HEP's obliging. You got to attack and get something going to the rack.
They'll kick it out. Back over to Darryl. Nice behind the back to Fitzer. Fitzer with an easy lay-in.
Charlie Fitzer for 2.
Getting a little away from HEP.
Brown gets over to Morrison, back to Brown. Yeah, this is a dangerous
Darryl?
Spot here.
It's stand. There you go.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that one went.
It went, but
yeah, not the ideal shot.
Morrison's a player.
And that's with anybody, Coach. You want to. Oh, there you go. Fitzer. Second, third chance opportunities. He missed.
Moses Malone.
He's patting them stats, Coach. He had 5 rebounds on that possession.
Yes.
And as you're sitting here, any team, if you don't make the defense work, then, it's going to be a tough night for you because, you got to swing that basketball, get them out of position, make them sweat a little bit. That's where you're going to find your open hose in that zone.
Yeah. And especially if you don't have a big time breakdown guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By like a Rigdon.
Yeah.
Rigdon who can break you down and get to the rack. You want to reverse that ball and get something where the defense shifts and moves. Charlie Fitzer misses the first free throw.
Bill Davis says good game. Kyla Lee says go Carter. Emily Ross says 25's biggest fan, cheering loud from the Panthers from Georgetown.
So attack. This is what you got to get, easy ones.
There you go. Nice job by Coates. Brian Balsick says, what quarter are we in? We're in the third quarter. 2:22 to go.
9-point game here.
Yeah, 43-34. And right now, the Lions coach need a stop here on this possession. It's been a while since they've had a stop. There you go. Nice dump down, Fitzer with an easy layup, Coach. And, you're not going to win the ball game if you continue to let Fitzer shoot layups either. They've got to find a way to contain the big man. And, it's
Darryl with 2 nice looks to Fitzer.
Easier said than done. I'm glad it's Coach Carey's problem, not ours.
Right. Coates thought about it.
Yeah, nice job by Coates. Dump off over to Tayshawn Sheldon.
The jump ball. And, again, why is Childers invisible on the court?
Right.
That young man is a 3-level scorer, and if I'm
he would be touching the ball every possession down the floor.
Yes.
Whether he shoots it or not, he would be touching it.
And again, let me make sure I'm not questioning anything Coach is doing.
No, it's not.
The defense is playing a part in that.
No, I know Coach Carey. I guarantee you that's what Coach Carey's wanting, but. It's Pikeville's defense ain't allowing them to do much, Coach.
They do a good job, don't they? Darryl?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They've done a great job tonight. Let's see here. And for help, they got Morrison out top. Morrison, Coach, this is right here. Look to exploit. Coates with the drive. He kicks out. Morrison. There goes Morrison with the drive. Throws it up.
Nice drive.
He'll go to the line, and that's what you want to see more of.
I like Morrison.
I do too.
Versatile, long, can score in a variety of ways.
Just a freshman.
You might have to redo those rankings.
Yeah.
For Morrison.
Yeah, we got the 2027 rankings, Coach. Quite a few freshmen in this Huntington area that's standing out.
Yeah.
You got Namir Bryant over at Huntington St. Joe. You got McCoy Iram at Huntington St. Joe, and you got Rasheed Morrison here.
A lot of talent.
Cameron Ross cheering on Pikeville from Georgetown, Kentucky. Appreciate you tuning in. He gets the lay-in. Coach stretches or cuts it back to 9 here. And again, it's back to the defensive side of the ball here, Coach.
Morrison has 15. Hughes, Fitzer, Darryl doing a nice job around the show.
Front iron no good, and again, that's what you want to see. You want to see effort at the glass, and done a good job poking it away there. There you go. Nice job going the other side of the rim. Couldn't convert. Childers coming away with it. They're going to get the foul on Sloan.
And Coach Justice and Jordan Perry, Darryl McCoy, I would tell Charlie Fitzler to stop dipping his shoulder and stop. He's becoming smaller. Instead of being 6'9", he's 6'3". He's 6'2". Stay up, stay strong, attack, turn, and keep that ball high.
When
he's dipped his shoulder a lot tonight, and it's allowed the defender to play at his level, to play at his size.
When at 6'9" or 6'10", he's the most dominant big guy in the Cofields, bar none.
Childers looking, begging for the ball, gets it.
Yeah.
Finally gets it, can hang on to it.
And look, they doubled down on it. Great job by Pikeville recognizing it. Hughes kicks it out, back over, 3-point bucket. No good by Ongst.
Fitzer skies in. Listen, Darryl, Fitzer already with 10 rebounds. You know why? All those offensive boards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's crashing the offensive glass every time. And, that's – I'm telling you, if you don't have Charlie Fitzer in your first group for 15th Region Player of the Year, you're messing up. They'll swing it over. Fitzer.
Try to step through.
Yeah. Swings it over. Back over to Fitzer. Coach, and, that's one thing, with Fitzer. We'll talk about it in a minute here as we're coming down the end of the quarter. Elijah Justice, he's going to hope for the last shot here. Great job by Cox.
Yeah.
Digging down and defending there, Coach. Now, all of a sudden, if you can get a bucket here, you get a lot of momentum heading into the fourth quarter.
You can see that coming, the 5-second call.
Yeah. And right now, I thought they've had a lot of success with Coates attacking the rim here. Whether he's passing or shooting. Kicks it over to the corner. Brown. And it's not going to go. We're going to stay at the 9-point margin here heading into the fourth quarter. Come right back and join us. Fourth quarter action live on the D&D Sports Network.
Eastern Kentucky understands the importance of taking care of one another. That's why after graduation, I came home. 25 years later, I've put together a team at Glenn Martin Hammond Law Offices dedicated to fighting for your legal rights. When you're dealing with a sensitive legal issue, you want someone who will take care of you as a person, not just another case. Our team will help you through the legal process of Social Security, personal injury, work injury, car wrecks, wrongful death, medical malpractice, and nursing home neglect. Call us today.
If you want to make your dream home come true, call Solid Rock Development today. Check out some of these interior and exterior jobs they've done over the past few years. Solid Rock Development is making custom dream homes come true at a great price. Family owned, family operated, and faith backed. Give us a call today at Solid Rock Development.
We're back here at the Mountain Health Arena as you see Elijah Justice talking to his troops here, Coach. It's a 9-point ball game heading into the final period here. Huntington's Freshman Prep finally got a defensive stop there at the end, wasn't able to capitalize, but, at least if you're Coach Carey, you're showing them, like, you know, I mean, guys, they're human. You know, I mean, you know, go out and guard them, and, you know, we'll see here if they're able to bring anything defensively on this possession. You got Sheldon in. He's going to guard Darryl out top. Fitzer.
Eli Johnson seeing extended minutes on the bench there. Am I right on that? Has he's been out for a bit, right?
He has, and, you know, that's
watch out.
Yeah, Brown getting a little shifty with it, but look who it is, Ox.
Let's
getting
start
it back.
still.
Yep, Fitzer. Count it. Charlie Fitzer going to the line for a chance at old-fashioned 3-guys three-pointer.
Charlie Fitzer now in double digits with 10 points.
Yeah, and you know, that's one thing you like about Eli Johnson, you know, is he's a kid that he buys into his role. It's win at all cost. And, you know, he don't care, you know, I mean.
Might have hurt his hand, but go ahead.
He could have hurt his hand, and, you know, also he's the type of kid that, you know, when you look and see, you know, he's like, okay, you know, he said, you know, sometimes, you know, the matchup may not lend my way, so he's going to sit over there and he's going to be the biggest cheerleader for the Panthers. You know, I mean, that's what I like about him. He's a true leader.
There it is.
Coates off the mark.
Man, Childers just can't hang on to it.
No, it's been a rough night for Childers.
Had it going early, and Pikeville's done a nice job, schematics-wise, to take Childers out of the equation offensively.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing, you know, Coach, you know, I got a little birdie in my ear says that, you know, Eli, you know, one of the reasons is Eli's just now getting over the flu. Yeah. And so, you know, I mean, he may not be in tip-top shape right now because he's had you know, rough few days with sickness. So, you know, that could play a reason why he's in on the bench right now.
Right. Yeah, tough virus going around.
Yeah, I mean, it's going around. Boy, my daughter right now is at the emergency room.
Oh,
with
man.
It. Yeah, there's Rasheed Morrison.
Wow.
With a big bucket.
That's prayers for your daughter, Darryl. Let's hope everything's all right.
Yeah, hopefully she is. I just got the message there at the emergency room. So but you know, the flu, it seems like it's touching every team right now.
Yeah. I can relate. Hughes the inbound. Cole Sloan in the game. Dump down to Fitzer.
Yeah.
Gonna get a foul. I think it's gonna be on the floor. Oh, he called two. Gonna shoot two, even though he's passing. Charlie Fitzer going to the line. Darryl McCoy says, and Tim Hall, you know, Timmy Hall's chiming in, and he's dialed in to us. Tim Hall says Charlie Fitzer is your player of the year.
I mean, I could see how somebody could make an argument for it, Coach. I mean, honestly, like, you know, I don't know there's a more dominant player than him. You know, I mean, and, you know, if Pikeville happens to win the region tournament, I don't see how you don't give it to him. You know, if he can carry on to a region tournament win and another Rupp Arena appearance.
Fitzer makes a pair.
Fitzer makes both free throws.
You know, of course, Barnett, 3,000 points, all-time leading scorer at McGoffin County. He is the second leading scorer in the state of Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, you know, that young man, he definitely has the rap sheet as well as Jalen Rigdon. But, you know, I mean, Fitzer, I could make a strong case for him, Coach, either way. You know, and, you know, so especially when you add in his blocks, you know, it'd be hard to deny that young man.
Watch out.
Yeah, they kick it down.
Hurley.
Nice job. Hurley having himself a game, Coach.
Well, a turnover. Darryl, well, D&D Sports Network, we talk about 15th Region Player of the Year. D&D Sports Network doesn't do a 15th Region Player of the Year.
No, we just do Player of the Year.
Throughout every coverage area.
Yeah, you know, and right now, I mean, obviously them three we just mentioned, we'll stay here during this one. Them three we just mentioned, then I think in the 16th region, you got Xander Carter and Jacob Spurlock.
Yeah.
Are your two up there.
Yeah.
And then 14th region, I think it's Sperry, Eversole, and, you know, if he has a strong finish, maybe Jaden Huff.
Right.
And then over in West Virginia, I think it's Zion Blevins. If you just go stats-wise, it would be hard to keep Parker Watts out, who's had numerous 50-point games this year. So, you know, I mean, I think that's your group.
Yeah.
and of course Huntington Expression Prep, where they're new to our area, they're not included in that until we get them a full year in, when we get them in the rankings and stuff. But it's I got good news. Darren Peterson, Huntington Expression Prep, top ranked guard in the nation. I seen where Court Vision signed an exclusive deal to do a documentary on him.
How fits her with the 3.
Yeah. Here comes Morrison.
Yeah, Under Armour. If you're on the Under Armour, not Under Armour, but
Adidas.
That I can't think of the AAU name. Well, whatever it is, Peterson's AAU team, Darryl, is going to have a documentary. They're going to follow them around all year.
Yeah.
And then Peterson's going to have a side a documentary solely on him as well. Team Phenom is going to have a documentary.
Oh, well, I can't wait for that. And Darren, we've spoke to Darren numerous times, and just a top-notch, classy kid. Couldn't happen to a better young man. There you go.
HEP trying to get something going.
Yeah, Sheldon.
What about Pikeville?
No, there you go. Great job. Here comes Hurley. Hurley on the break. Nice dump over. Look at that, unselfish.
Extra pass after extra pass.
Yeah.
Nice look. I might have should have went up with that one, though. Cole Sloan going to check out. Braden Bolden going to check in.
How about Braden Bolden coming back in the game?
Yeah, number 3 for Pikeville. Jackson Childers has been quiet this second half for HEP.
He has. Credit Pikeville too, Coach. But the thing is, Childers. I mean, it's not really like Pikeville's doing a lot to stop him, except for he's just not touching the ball.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You got to work for it and get it on that other end, because he's too valuable offensively to this squad. He needs to get some touches.
Hurley now with 15 points.
Yeah. Here comes Cox. Throws it away.
Hurley going to get a 17th point.
Yeah, Pikeville opening things up here.
Getting away from him, Darryl. HEP going to bring Christian Brown back in. 18-point lead with 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Over to, there's Morrison. Going to shoot 2. Going to get Fitzer with the foul.
Fouls on the bench is number 30, Charlie Fitzer, his third. Team foul number 3.
Morrison.
Rasheed Morrison going to the line, shooting 2.
As Darryl mentioned, spent some time on the national team.
Yeah, he's coming down from the national team. Very talented young man. We've seen it today.
This is the first. 5 minutes to play here, as you see on the scoreboard.
Tim Hall says that Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game, and I think I'm on par with him, Coach. I think it's Carter Hurley, don't you?
Right now, you better believe it. I would have said Ian Ott's first half, but Hurley's been the most consistent, right?
Yeah. They're definitely the two that stood out. And listen, Fitzer's had a great game too. Yeah. That goes to our point. A lot of people look at the big fella and they just take him for granted.
Well, hop step through.
Yeah.
They said no, Ian Otts. That's a travel.
It is in West Virginia.
Yeah. 17-point lead. Tim Hall is a Pikeville guru, Darryl. You need anything answered.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
His son, the blonde bomber, Lathan Hall, works for D&D.
Where is Lathan Hall? I thought he was on the staff.
Lathan has took a job in West Virginia as a lineman.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's on the lineman, but he's in West Virginia right now working.
Last year he was on the staff.
Yeah. And he started this year on it, and I still think he does a lot with them when he gets time off. But
Darryl, you and I, many moons ago, had the blonde bomber on the ground session.
Yeah. Lathan, so much respect for that young man, Coach. That is a huge honor, naming the Defensive Player of the Year award after him. That's how much he impressed us throughout his career. And it's not just what he done on the floor; it's how he handled himself off the court.
You said it for many times. You said, this is the second. You said Lathan Hall, quite possibly the best two-way player in the 15th region.
Yeah, there in his later years, they didn't have to have him offensively, Coach.
Well, listen, you got Riley Salmons dropping 27 a night.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, so they didn't have to have him, but you know what he done? He went out there, balled in, done his part.
Yeah.
Here we go. They kick it back up to Bowden. Bowden in the ball game now, pride of Dorton, Kentucky.
Yeah, his dad in the house.
Yeah. Kicks over to Fitzer.
Hurley.
He had an open look there. Gets it down to Fitzer. Fitzer spin move and get him with travel.
I like that. I like the aggressiveness.
Yep. He's looking to attack every time. And, you know, Coach, I know at the All-A tournament, he straight dominated for 3-4 games there in a row.
Yeah. Prestonburg did do a nice job on him, Darryl, that second game. Nice finish by Childers.
Yeah, they done a good job what you could containing him.
Right, I agree.
Yeah,
because he still had, 13, 14 rebounds, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, they'll swing it out and kicks it over to Hurley. Hurley to Hughes. Hughes.
Yeah, he did walk, didn't he, Darryl?
Yeah, shuffled his feet on that one. They got him for it.
Good to see Brody Little back. A little scare there for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's back.
He's, I think it was something with his liver, maybe.
Oh, man, it's scary.
Was his liver kidney?
He just went in for a typical surgery, and something happened there.
Yeah, lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And he's still not 100%.
I think he lost 5 to 10 pounds, his dad was saying.
Yeah, it was very dangerous. I mean, life-threatening. Kick it over to Hughes. Ox to Bowden. Hurley has it out top. Hurley lost the ball here. Here comes Sheldon on the break. Sheldon swings it over. Nice take by Brown with a little scoop layup. Ken Work says that made our team so special. No jealousy, just wanted to win. Said we was happy for each other. And you know, when you got a leader like Ken Works that will make sure that tone is, or that example is set, and you got a Lathan Hall on your team, then that stuff happens, Coach.
Darryl, my question is, with Ken tuning in, who would he say, and don't be shy and don't worry about, you know, if it's you, it's you. Who was that locker room leader, Ken, and during that run with you guys? Who was the locker room leader when everything, listen, there's probably 3 of you, 4 of you can speak up, but who was the one guy?
I'm going to, if I was to answer that, we'll see what Kean's answer is, but I'm going to say Kean. You know, because Kean he's outgoing, you know, and he's a competitor, you know, and as much as, you know, Lathan, I don't know, Lathan is a true competitor, but I don't know if he's as outspoken. He may have been in the locker room, but, you know, I would think that would have been him, because Riley also a soft-spoken kid. So let us know, Kean.
Riley's like kind of led by example, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and they also had a stud, Nick Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pikeville just looking to burn clock. 1:46 to play. 16-point lead, Pikeville. As you mentioned, Darryl, Pikeville riddled a little bit with some illness.
Team foul number 5.
Yeah, I mean, when you see a couple guys with the flu, you see over there, and
Brody Little checking in.
Will
Rowe.
Yeah, Will Rowe, Brody Little, Coach Sloan.
And Mikey, one of my favorites, Mikey Hager.
Yeah. There you go. You got his name right, Coach. You normally call him Hagar.
I ain't not the worst.
Yeah.
I am the worst about pronunciation on names.
Lisa Sizemore says never hushes. She said Kean said he never hushes. We got the blonde bomber tuning in. Wonder what his word is on it.
Who was the Kevin Garnett of that locker room? And you don't necessarily need to be like, because Kevin Garnett will tear your head off.
Yeah, well, the great ones have that chip.
Yeah. Here comes Brody Little checking in. 2027.
Yeah,
Will Rowe. 2026.
Yeah, 2026, and yeah, it's good to see Will back healthy too.
Yes. Hager, 2026.
Swing it over to Brown. Brown. Looking to take, kicks over to Cox. Cox for 3. Off the mark.
Hager can really guard, Darryl. Turnover.
Cox comes away with it. Layup good.
Mitchell Cox.
Bowden.
Well, you've got multiple handlers on the floor now for Pikeville.
drive, kick. Belcher looking for help. Kicks it to Bowden. Bowden, good defense right now by Expression Prep.
There it is.
Yeah, and Will Rowe off the mark.
Will Rowe's a sniper.
Yeah. So here comes Jackson Childers on the break. Childers kicks it to the corner. Brown.
Got it.
Nets it, Coach. And now making this thing look a little respectable. Back to 12. And
under a minute to play. I think he's just making substitutions here.
Substitution time.
HEP.
Yeah.
Pikeville going to get out of here with the W. And it just, the beat keeps going, right, Darryl?
That's it. You know, and I don't know who they got next. But we're just glad to get to cover Pikeville, Coach. You know, we was talking about, thank you, Stephen Hall, sending prayers to my daughter. Said, truthfully, the whole team had that leadership role. Said there were different ways each player showed up. So I probably was the most vocal, but everyone did their part. I could see that, Coach.
Hager.
Yeah.
Rolls off the rim.
There you come, Sheldon. Lost it.
Little.
Yeah, Brody Little on the push. Had it stripped away by Sheldon. Sheldon, hook pass. Coach 0-1 in this game, hook pass.
You don't like the hook pass.
I hate it. I hate it. Very rarely does it ever get through.
The hook pass. Go ahead, Darryl. You was going to read comments.
No, we was talking about East Ridge Saturday night is who Pikeville plays next. So, you know, we was talking about Fitzer for Player of the Year. Coach, I think that's one thing that really hurts Fitzer is he don't get as much publicity as everybody because we don't ever get to see Pikeville.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, so we really cherish every single time we get a chance to watch Pikeville because, you know, these kids, we're closer to some of these kids than we are anybody in the region. But, you know, we can't ever, you know, get in there to cover them. So, you know, it really hurts their kids when it comes to postseason awards, etc., because we don't, you know, get the eyes. And it's not just us, it's the voters. You know, I mean, you don't get a lot of chance to see Pikeville.
Listen, you never know what happened, Darryl McCoy. D&D just may be in Pikeville.
It'd be nice. Yeah. It'd be really nice. You know, hopefully the basketball gods bless us with that.
Yeah, I know
everything in Pikeville's good.
I know there's a lot of people that's pushing for it.
All right. They'll kick it out.
Braden Bolden.
This is the younger Cox brother in.
Yes. I've talked to him several times. Really nice kid.
They'll swing it. Morrison. They're looking for a shot, Coach. 9 seconds to go. Morrison, he's going to drive, kick. Shot up. Off. Rebound. Goes to Little. He's had 2 rebounds on the game, and they're going to hold it. That's going to be the end of this one. It's going to be Pikeville with the 61-48 lead or win over Huntington Expressions Prep here at home, Coach. We'll take a quick break, then we'll be right back, and we'll name the Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game.
Eastern Kentucky understands the importance of taking care of one another. That's why after graduation, I came home. 25 years later, I've put together a team at Glenn Martin Hammond Law Offices dedicated to fighting for your legal rights. When you're dealing with a sensitive legal issue, you want someone who will take care of you as a person, not just another case. Our team will help you through the legal process of Social Security, personal injury, work injury, car wrecks, wrongful death, medical malpractice, and nursing home neglect. Call us today.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Big up on him. As you sit there, Coach, look, 61-48. Pikeville Panthers come into Huntington, gets the big dub over Huntington Expressions Prep, Coach. And like we said, you know, I mean, this game here, something was a little off. I think it threw Pikeville off the 6 o'clock tip. I also think that Huntington Expressions Prep, you know, maybe not having a game before them or after may have threw them a little off. So, but, you know, either way, I really liked the effort that was given by Coach Shane Carey's group tonight. Although they didn't get the win, you've seen a lot of things you like.
Well, credit again, first half. Did a nice job of finding Jackson Childers the basketball. Defensively, did a nice job forcing Charlie Fitzer to kind of alter shots around the rim. And, if you leave out of here, there's a lot of positives if you're HEP to go to the locker room and build on to conclude this season, Darryl.
Yeah, a lot of positives. And, as Pikeville, you take a look at, Pikeville, they got Eastridge next, they got a few games coming up here. They just need to fine-tune themselves, make sure that you get everybody healthy heading into the postseason. And if you can get Walters healthy, if you get, of course, as we said, Eli Johnson coming in under the weather, just now getting over his sickness, and then you get a couple of these other guys, another week and a half rest, then, Pikeville, to me, I think Pikeville's the favorite in the 15th region.
Listen, you're exactly right. There's two things you want to get going into this final 10 days of the season. You want attitude, you want energy, you want the minds right of your team collectively. And the second thing, Darryl, you nailed it, is health. Yeah. So those two things is what you work on heading into postseason. And as you nailed it, if all that's clicking for Pikeville, everything's the way it should be, I think you're right. I think Pikeville's the favorite.
Coach, I think we're both in same mindset. Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game goes to who?
Carter Hurley, 17 points, led Pikeville in scoring, Darryl, and it did a little bit of everything. Nice job, Carter Hurley.
Yeah, great job, Coach. Do we have a rundown on the score?
We've got Charlie Fitzer finished with 15. Eli Johnson finished with 2. Heath Gerald finished with 3. Ian Onst finished with 8. Josh Hughes finished with 7. Braden Bolden, again unofficially, has 1 point. Cade Belcher had 5. Braden Bolden had 3 points. And for HEP, Mitchell Cox had 2. Jace Coates had 2. Rasheed Morrison had 17. Jackson Childers had 12. Tayshawn Sheldon had 2. Peyton Cox had 2. And Brown had 10.
Yeah, so as you said here, with Huntington Expression Prep, what they've got to do is they've got to find a way to, get Childers more involved. You can't have a Jackson Childers and have him touching the ball a handful of times in the second half. That's got to be changed for this team to win at a high level.
I agree, Darryl. Jackson Childers is an elite level player, especially offensively. And credit Pikeville changing defenses, doing a nice job on him. But you got to go find that man and keep him in rhythm throughout.
I agree 100%. Remember, guys, if you're here in Huntington, West Virginia, you're leaving the Mountain Health Arena, make sure you swing by Huntington Ale House, the #1 steakhouse in Huntington, West Virginia, Coach. We're a couple blocks away. Swing in there, tell them D&D Sports sent you. We could not do it without the folks at Huntington Ale House, proud supporters of Huntington Expression Prep and Huntington St. Joe. Guys, I also want to thank Bruce Walters Ford. I want to thank HD Media, as well as our good friends at Logan Bank and Trust, Mingy Beef Jerky, and Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. For Kevin Keathley and Darryl McCoy, till next time, so long and good night.